Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami Mdletshe, and on this channel siyasikhuluma ngama-reality TV shows, ama-celebrities kanye nama-YouTubers. So, you guys listen, I wanna redo the Real Housewives of Johannesburg season 3 episode 2 review, because we were supposed to have a live yesterday at 6. Load shedding hit, and then we had a live at 8, but things were not quite working out, because when the video was done and I was watching it, and I was like, this is not, this is not it. So I thought, let me just redo the review as a voiceover, so those who did not watch last night can watch it, but I've privatized that live. Okay, so let me first just say how I feel about this episode overall. I'm not 100% happy with this episode. There was nothing new really that happened in this episode. I feel like episode 2 and episode 1 could just have been one episode, because it's just still the introduction of women. And I feel like last week they announced the trip to Zambia, which I thought maybe this week we're going to see them getting on a plane going to Zambia. There is no reason to delay. Once you announce the trip, the next episode of Real Housewives, they must be on their way to the trip. Don't announce the trip if you're still going to have 2, 3, 4 episodes before the trip. So there's no trip, okay? They're still around, okay? So that for me, it's moving slow. The pace is very slow. And then there's the presence of Leon that I still don't understand, still don't care. I feel like he's doing too much, more than the women are doing, and they must just give him a spin-off if they like him so much. If Sonia Mpele likes Leon so much, then just give him his own show. We want to watch the women here, not him. So he is doing and saying more than the women are saying, and I just don't like it. He's just irritating, okay? So I don't like it about this episode. And also, you guys, this is episode 2. Honestly, because if let's say there are 8 women, how many women do we have here? Lithabo, Libo, Mamos, and Nicole, and then you have Tobegile. Who am I forgetting? They have 6 women, I think. So sometimes, if they're really, really good with the introduction of the women in terms of giving us the details of who they are, and also trying to introduce us into their storylines, because we have to know what your storyline is in terms of, like, what are we focusing on when it comes to, are we focusing on your marriage, are we focusing on your business, are we focusing on your parenting, are we focusing on your relationship with your mother, are you trying to you find your long lost brother, are you trying to deal with the brother that is addicted in drugs. It's usually those kinds of storylines that you usually get on Real Housewives. Are you trying to find your long lost father? Whatever it is, that is your storyline. So sometimes when they've done episode 1 really, really good, then they don't finish the intro of the wives in episode 1, then they finish it off in episode 2. Okay, but they did not do it like that. It wasn't that much detailed. So when we finished episode 1, we still did not know anybody's storyline. We still did not know, except people are talking about being divorced, but it almost like they were talking about it in passing. By the way, I'm getting a divorce, but are we going? Is that what is going to be the focus this season? I don't know. So I was hoping this is episode 2. Then by the time I'm finished with it, I'm going to totally understand what everybody is about this season, and I still didn't. That's the thing. That's the issue that I'm having with Real Housewives, guys. I love Durban, okay, but I had high expectations for Johannesburg, because Johannesburg is the OG franchise. It is the OG franchise, and also it's a franchise that is in the capital of entertainment. Johannesburg is the capital city of entertainment. Okay, so if any franchise is supposed to be the best, is Joburg. So I feel like, even though I had tried to manage my expectations, but I still feel like they were high. Also, we haven't had this show in 2 years, so I mean, the budget must not be an issue, because you were hoping to spend money in 2020, 2021, and then now it's 2023, so shouldn't the budget be a little bit higher this year, because, you've waited 2 full years to bring us just one season. So I'm bored by the fact that it's not as exciting. If it was a new show, my willingness to give it a chance will be more because it's a new show, but this is not a new show. This is not their first rodeo, if I may say so. Okay, so the first scene, it was Litabo and Kia. Listen, Ulitabo is in this phase where she wants to do anything and everything with her body, and I hope that everything goes well, because when you start doing too much, you guys, the botching is coming somewhere. Okay, she has lightened her skin. She did her butt. She did her tummy tuck. Now she's talking about her lips. Actually, she has done her lips because it looks like she does get fillers with her lips. Her lips are definitely looking different, you guys. I don't know, because her breasts do look bigger, so I don't know if she's done her breasts too. And yeah, guys, she's just like, whatever it is that I can get, I will get. So I guess she was trying to get Kia in that squad to say plastic surgery. So they'll go and see Dr. Nadia. Nice lady. But that scene was boring. I don't want to lie. Okay. Then Kia tells a story of how she was with Ulebo. That scene was not on camera. She had been with Lebo for lunch, and they meet Uleon. So they meet to Leon, but Leon doesn't talk to them. But the thing that they notice about Leon is that he was wearing the same outfits that he was wearing the other time when they were having dinner. Guys, that thing happens to the best of us. Like, you wear this best outfit, you go to this place, and then you decide this one day, let me wear this outfit that I wore the other day. And then you wear it, and then the same person that saw you that time sees you again, and then you look like this is the only outfit ever that you have. I think that's what happened to Leon. But I also felt like Leon is fake, because then the fact that when he sees them with no cameras around, if he doesn't speak to them, then really honestly, then it shows that he's not making an effort to get to know these women. Then it feels to me that he is fake. So he only talks to them when there's cameras around. Because why wouldn't you say yes? Because you saw the women at the dinner. Why wouldn't you say hi to them? Not yes. I mean hi to them. Why wouldn't you say hi to them? So I saw that means Leon is fake. Okay. And then there was Nicole no Lebo. Nicole went to see Lebo at her house, the new house that nobody has sat at, okay? Nobody has slept at. I'm joking, you guys, but it looks that way. And she had brought flowers, okay? And then Lebo started complaining in the diary session that Nicole brought flowers from the supermarket. I guess she only takes flowers from the florist. I didn't even realize that there's a difference. I thought that it was a sweet gesture that she brought the flowers. I think Lebo was expecting some fancy gifts, which she didn't get, because honestly, they're not that close with Nicole. And probably the only reason Nicole even went to visit her is because they're doing a show together. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been friends. They started talking about their marriage, which is a reputation of the whole thing, how she was disrespected in her marriage, and she feels like the part that made her want to leave was when she started getting disrespected in front of people. Okay. Anyway, that conversation wasn't very exciting, but I guess that they really are just trying to get to know each other, Ulebo and Nicole. Okay. And then Lebo invites the group to ice skating. I did not understand there why she did not invite Nicole and she did not invite Litabo. I guess maybe they were not available because Leon was there, Kia and Tobegile were there, and they were skating. I also didn't get why you would invite people to something that you can't do yourself, because it didn't look like she, Tobegile, and Kia can skate, you know? And I feel like maybe go bowling or something, or I don't know, do something else that you can like actively participate in because you know what to do, you know. Or if they had gone skating, if they got someone to, like an instructor or something, or someone to help them out, you know, to learn. That will be part of their activity, to learn to skate, because they were going skating as if they know how to skate, but they get there, none of them know how to skate except for Leon, and Leon is not really a person that can teach you anything, okay. And yeah, so the skating didn't really work, but they do end up having a conversation where they were trying to get Leon to acknowledge that what he had done at the dinner was not right, and also maybe to apologize to Litabo, because remember he was talking about the swimming thing with Litabo. And initially his thing was he feels like people are taking what he says too personally, they're taking it too serious, they mustn't read into it too much. And he is feeling like it's an age thing. That's the thing. But Tobogilo was like, listen, you're not that young yourself. It's like, you're not a spring chicken yourself. You are not a 2000. So stop with the age thing, okay? He was trying to basically say that these women are too old to even understand him. You know, I was like, what are you doing here around them then if they're too old, okay? So, yes, it wasn't really successful. Sorry, you guys. It wasn't really successful, them trying to get him to apologize, but I got it why they were trying to get that. But I don't want everything to be about Leon now. Like every time they come together, it's about Leon, because then it's boring for us, the viewers. Because really, he doesn't have. I personally sathandekayo, you guys. Khona abantu abangenalo ugazi njena ovela ungamthandi, and he doesn't have that for the show. Unesicefe njena, you know, and so ukwenza u-irritated to watch the show and almost wanting to skip through ama-scenes that have Leon on it, okay? And I know that later on the show, he's going to probably tell us a sob story of why he behaves the way that he behaves, why he is the way that he is, so that we can feel sorry for him. Like, but I just feel like I'm not interested, honestly. I'm not, you know. And then the next one, it was Ulithabo, Nokia, they were at lunch. That means that after they had gone to the doctor, now they were at lunch. This is when I started noticing, you guys, that Tobegile, nobody's calling Tobegile for anything, and he's not, and she's not calling anybody for anything. We haven't seen her much of her. The last time that we saw her was at the introduction. When they were introducing her, she was telling us how rich she is, and then she went to the skating, but we did not get to know her as an individual there, because it's better to know the person when they are having one-on-one with just one other person. So she's not getting invited anywhere. Nobody is calling her to say, let's go for lunch, let's go do the fillers, let's go whatever. You know, I realized that. So it's like this is the second time Litabo and Kia are meeting here. You know, I mean, Litabo could be meeting someone else and trying to build a relationship. Maybe this could be Tobegile's sin. So I feel like Litabo and Kia are getting a lot of sins when there are people that we want to see more of, because we are getting to know them. So the edit is not working. The edit is not doing the things here. We needed a scene with Tobegile here, or at least Mamos, you know. And is it Mumas or Mamos? Mamos, yeah. We needed a scene here with Tobegile or Mamos, because we are seeing a lot of Litabo, and already we know Litabo, you know. So I wanted to get to know a little bit more about the women that I knew to the show, but we were getting more of Litabo. And they had invited, Ukia had invited Leon, because she feels like Leon needs to apologize to Litabo. I felt like we missed a scene, you guys. There's a scene that we must have not seen, because from what I understand, Ukia had an issue with Leon because Leon had offended her too, talking about her teeth at the event. So now to be the one that is now a representative of Leon, now asking Ulitabo to have a sit down with Leon, that did not make sense to me, because I was like, when did it happen? When did you forgive him? Now that you are asking others to forgive him, it did not make sense to me. Nonetheless, Leon does come to the lunch. When he gets there, he calls the other friend to come join them for lunch, which ended up being Nafisa. I was trying to figure out if Nafisa really, it was a planned thing that she comes to the show. Listen, you guys, it's unlikely that somebody's going to shoot a scene on this show without the producers knowing that they're coming. So they probably knew. I think even the other women, their reaction, they acted like they've known Nafisa. So it felt to me like, okay, definitely this is going to be a friend of the show, and they know about her. And also immediately when she gets there, she hangs out with them a little bit, and then she started saying that she's inviting them to an event because she's planning an event for them so that they can forgive Leon. I'm like, you just met these women, now you're inviting them to some event. That made me feel like she was a planned coincidence. Okay. And in this sit down, Uleon does try to apologize to Lithabo. And he is saying now that he was drunk, that's why he did what he did. But he also goes into, he doesn't think that people should take what he says seriously. They mustn't, it's not that deep for him, okay? And he confuses me because he moves between saying that he did what he did, it's not a big thing, and people mustn't take it seriously, to saying that he was drunk. So, I mean, you ask yourself, so I think even Litabo did ask, "Oh, to which one is it? Is it because it's not that deep for you, we mustn't take you seriously, or is it an age thing, or is it because you were drunk?" Which he really couldn't give an answer to. I don't feel like Litabo really was taking the apology seriously, but then also the focus ended up moving to Nafisa planning the event for them, okay? The next one, it was Nicole no Mimas Mamos. Hey, guys, what is the name? It's Mamos, okay? Nicole and Mamos were meeting up. They wanted to get the trips because they said that they're preparing for the trip, that trip that we don't know when it's going to happen. And they ended up having a conversation about a photo shoot that they did. They did a photo shoot, and Letabo had worn Mamos's shoes without asking her. And she says she felt like that was weird. And Nicole was like, "So you did not say anything to her?" She says, "No." Guys, I was like, if somebody wears my shoes somewhere, like, I'm asking, why are you wearing my shoes? It as simple as that. I'm not going to carry it to the other conversation with someone else. Okay, I'll be talking about it after, but I'll tell the story after to say, oh, this is the weird thing that happened. But yeah, I would have asked her just plain, these are my shoes. Why are you wearing my shoes? Anyway, you guys, Nicole thinks it's a good idea that she talks to Litabo about it. So why did Litabo wear her shoes? Okay. And the next scene, this next scene is what made me understand why Kia all of a sudden is speaking for Leon and trying to get everybody to forgive Leon, because Kia in this scene goes to see the doctor. That for a moment, you guys, I thought Leon was a doctor when they got there, and then I realized that he is an assistant. I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually pretending to be the doctor's assistant just for the show. So he gets there. So he's arranged this appointment for Kia to see a doctor about her teeth. Like, honestly, Leon is more bothered with Kia's teeth than anybody. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't know, you guys, if Kia was bothered by the gap that she has. I don't know. Maybe it bothered her, and but she hadn't spoken about it. But the fact that she did go to see the doctor, I thought maybe it did bother her. I don't know, you guys. I was like, why would you be listening to Leon? Okay, so she goes to that appointment. Nothing much comes of it. I think the doctor also picked up some other issues with her teeth and offered her some solutions, which I didn't understand what the solution was. Okay. And then we get to the Arabian Nights, which is the event that Nafisa planned for the ladies. It's a beautiful night. It's well decorated and all of that. And the ladies are dressed. Obviously, the theme is Arabian. So, yeah, everybody arrives there. Everybody was talking about how beautiful the event is, so I guess that it was beautiful, but I did not see any food there. I don't know if they ate, and it was a long night. It really was. At some point, Mamus does pulls aside Letabo to talk about the shoe issue. This is the response that Letabo gives in terms of the shoes, why she wore Mamus's shoes. She says whatever that she was wearing for the photo shoot was not brought by her, it was brought by her stylist. So she assumed the shoes were hers and wore the shoes and took the photos, the pictures. And I don't 100% believe it. I don't 100% believe it. I think that the shoes were lying around, and Litabo must have thought These shoes are really cute. Let me just wear them. I'm just gonna take the pictures and give them back, put them back. Okay, did not know maybe that they were Mamos's shoes, because even if you have a stylist, the stylist is going to at least give you the bring the options to say, okay, which dress do you choose, or this one, are you going to go with these shoes or these shoes and these shoes. And when your stylist was doing that and you did not see them do that, they never showed you that they brought these shoes, and then all of a sudden the shoes are lying around, and there are other women in the area that are also getting dressed and taking photos. Why would you just assume that those shoes are yours? Like, it did not, her explanation did not 100% make sense to me. I feel like she knew those shoes were not hers. She just was taking a chance and took pictures with somebody's shoes, okay? And yeah, you guys. And then Mamus kept saying that it's not really that serious for her. It's not that deep. But I feel like if you're still talking about it a few days later, or if you're still talking about it a few weeks later, then it definitely it's definitely deep. Okay, because if it wasn't deep, you just wouldn't talk about it at all. Okay. And then the Tobagila does. I think Tobagila is trying to get, like some attention, and is trying to get camera time. And I don't know why she's not doing this with the other ladies, or just call one of the ladies, go out to lunch with them, or whatever it is, to get the camera time. So she decides to get the camera time with Leon, which we've already seen enough of. So it made it even like, okay, it's another scene with Leon, because he says, Leon, Papa, he wanted to find out what the problem is with him. And that conversation doesn't go well, because Leon doesn't communicate very well, and he's not very respectful, and it doesn't go very well. And then he's still going on to say, guys, it's an age thing, don't take me so seriously, and all of that. And then Utobegile starts saying something like, you are a troubled soul, you need me in your life, like she is now prophet or something. And I'm like, okay, is it another one of that are gifted that we're going to have on the show? I don't know, you guys. That scene just bored me, but they ended up going back to the group. And Ulion does try to apologize, to say, guys, this is who I am. If there's a problem, please tell me. But they do tell him when there's a problem, and then he says that they mustn't take him seriously. It's just ridiculous. I think he started crying at some point, and I was like, yeah. There was a point where I even put a note here, and I was like, where is the food in this event? Because I don't see them eating at all the whole time that they're shooting. So then Leon decides that the whole thing was too peaceful, because she tried to provoke Ulitabo by saying that she doesn't like her, and Ulitabo was not as bothered as Leon thought that she would have been. And then she decided that the event was just too peaceful, and she wanted attention to be on her, so she takes the cake and puts it on Mamus's face. It ends up getting in her eye. She's irritated, she's upset. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that behavior, because this woman is all dressed up for an event, put her makeup on, her expensive eyelashes and foundation, and you are going to put cake all over it. Like, how disrespectful is that? So obviously, Mamos gets upset about it, and she wants to leave, because she says that she does not want to lose her temper on him, and she ends up leaving. So it's about Leon once again. Listen, you guys, obviously they've mentioned that Leon is going on this trip, and it's unfortunate, because it means that it's going to be all about Leon. He's just showing up too much. It's just irritating. This is one cast member that I just want them to get rid of. Honestly, you guys, that was the episode for today. Like I said, it's moving very, very slow. I think for me, I'm getting disappointed by this season of Real Housewives of Johannesburg. But we will talk about it a little bit more with the next episode and see how it goes. We just, basically at this point, it's a loyalty thing for me. It's hard for me to abandon Real Housewives of Johannesburg. Normally, if by episode 2, I'm not feeling the season, like I'm giving up on it, you know. And but there's a loyalty thing with Johannesburg, so I want to give it maybe 2 more episodes and see how it goes. But if I'm still watching Leon, guys, you know, I might actually abandon the OGs of OGs, the OG of OGs. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. And Ntanda kakhulu.